Hey there, freethinkers, Chandler here. Before we start the video, I just wanted to let you know that we have our very own Spread the Virus of Intelligence hoodies and shirts, as well as freethinkers socks, mugs, and shirts as well. And we also have a special treat for our gun lovers out there. Check it out in the description below. Please make sure to watch to the end of this video to see everything I have to say. In Los Angeles, the homelessness crisis has been passed down from mayor to mayor, with each mayor struggling to find a solution. Because of laws implemented by the government of Los Angeles, it is now a city of homelessness and filth. Residents of Los Angeles step out of their beautiful homes, only to be met face to face with fecal matter, or in some terrible cases, carcasses. And not animal carcasses, human carcasses. Because homeless people simply have nowhere else to go. They use the bathroom on the streets, leaving the city stinking and reeking of democratic failure. But there's another Californian city that's suffering way worse than Los Angeles is. San Francisco, which unsurprisingly has been under democratic rule since 1964, has around 7,500 homeless people. While this is much less than 60,000 homeless people in Los Angeles County, San Francisco's fecal matter problem is unrivaled. Earlier this year, a map depicting fecal matter within the city of San Francisco gained media traction. It gained traction because there was so much fecal matter depicted within the city that the map began to turn black. According to data collected by Open the Books, there have been as many as 28,000 cases of fecal matter discovered in San Francisco in 2018. In fact, that's enough cases for each homeless person in San Francisco to defecate on the street 3 times. Each. Also, keep in mind, this is the city that's handing out syringes to homeless people, and only half of them are being returned. So look at it like this. San Francisco, the democratic paradise of poop on the ground and syringes with God knows what's inside, and 7,000 homeless people with no hope. And to top it all off, there are kids walking through this stuff. A news report stated that on the way to a field trip, preschoolers walking down the street are faced with these things. They see syringes on the ground, they see the poop on the ground, they see the homeless people on the side of the street, and they're like, they ask their teacher, who is that? And the teacher has to be like, oh, don't worry about it, just ignore it. It's very germy, don't touch it, you'll get sick. Because it's just sitting there on the ground for kids to play around in, and for kids to touch. In fact, at a playground, an open package with a syringe and with drugs inside of it was found. Kids play there, and there were drugs there? Simply unbelievable. I mean, and these are preschool aged kids. Preschool, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years old. Seeing these disgusting things. Imagine growing up in a place like that. Let's talk about another left-leaning city that's in danger of its own policies. Portland, Oregon is currently infected with the virus we call Antifa, a group of people masquerading as anti-fascists while doing the same thing fascists did. As Huey Long once said a very long time ago, quote, "Of course America will have fascism, and it will be called anti-fascism," end quote. Antifa is quite literally more fascist than the very people they protest. Antifa works to silence the opinions of people who want to think freely, like Candace Owens or Charlie Kirk or Brandon Tatum. They protest their events by yelling, running in, screaming and yelling and causing a ruckus and running around cities and bashing in windows and attacking people. Not only does Antifa work to silence these innovative minds, they also work to raise chaos in cities. They hold large-scale protests and adopt militant styles of guerrilla warfare. These styles include destroying property, harassing citizens, and in most cases, endangering lives. Antifa's oldest and likely most dangerous chapter resides in Portland, Oregon, and the people of the city are surely feeling the pain.
No, he needs to stay! Fuck out of here! Get his license plate! Get it off! Sit back, everybody! Head back!
As you saw in the previous video, it is very dangerous to have Antifa nearby. They are bound to start trouble wherever they go over minute things, and they are bound to destroy everything in their path until they accomplish their goal. Their goal? Who knows? And they even have the mayor of Portland on their side. After Antifa was filmed harassing that poor motorist and blocking the street, the mayor of Portland came out during a press conference and said that he supported the police not intervening, despite the fact that neither Antifa nor Black Lives Matter, who was also there obviously, neither of them had a license to protest. They did it illegally. The police didn't do anything, and the mayor said, yeah, it was right that they didn't do anything. What sense does that make? So not only does Portland have the most dangerous chapter of Antifa, they also have the most cowardly police. Mix all of that up with a complacent and apathetic mayor like Ted Wheeler, and you have a powder keg waiting to pop. Continuing the trend of West Coast cities preparing to crumble down and collapse based on leftist policies, we have Seattle. In 2014, Seattle announced that they would gradually increase the minimum wage from $9, which is already kind of high, to $15.45 gradually each year. Now, if you don't know how capitalism works, this sounds like a great idea. Everyone's getting more money and everyone's making money, everyone's happy, people are buying houses and food and such, right? Well, I'm just gonna tell you this now. If you know a thing or two about capitalism, then you know that once you start raising minimum wages, everything else starts to go down. Because when businesses are forced to pay more money to their employees, they're forced to give their employees less hours. They're forced to employ less employees. They're forced to cut back on expenses and therefore make less money on profit. And therefore your economy is slowing down in your city. And that's exactly what's already starting to happen in Seattle. Not only will this new minimum wage kill big businesses and corporations like McDonald's or like Starbucks even, it'll start to shut down small businesses too, who have 1 or 2 employees that they pay minimum wage, who now they have to pay $15 for. With the combination of employment costs, high fees, increasingly rising taxes from the county, and an overt general disdain for business by the Seattle City Council, it is no surprise that the city is declining in nearly all regards. Now let me ask you a question. What's the similarity between all of these cities? They're all Democratic run. Proudly Democratic run too. And if nothing changes in these cities soon, they're all doomed to fail. They're all doomed to anarchy. They're all doomed to economic collapse. Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, maybe show this video to a couple friends, and while you're at it, be sure to follow me on Twitter @RealCCrump and on Instagram @Chandler.Crump. If you want to help improve the quality of my videos, be sure to check out the link below and click on my donor box to see if you want to donate to my content enrichment fund. Money that goes towards this will go towards buying a new mic and eventually a new camera. We accept one-time donations and monthly donations. Also, if you don't feel comfortable using donor box, we also accept Cash App donations. Any amount is appreciated. Don't forget to spread the virus of intelligence, free thinkers. I'll catch you next time.